Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to go through the brand new Fox infrared stove. I used it recently on a 48-hour session at Linear and I've heard great things about it. However, there are some cons. So let's first of all go through the performance. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to literally set it up, pour the water in exactly the right amount to that you would use for a brew. And whilst I prep the brew, by that time it should be boiled, and that is literally how fast it is at boiling. So let's check out the performance and then we'll carry on. So yeah, as you can see, it all fits in there nicely. This is the small, then you've got the pan adapter on top, like so. We don't need that for this one. So legs come out, gas nozzle like so, connected to the gas. So there we are. Just so we're working, we'll get a cup out, the exact amount of water that we need to make a nice brew. There we go, 1 full cup. Now, let's give it a try. So, boiling pot goes on, water in. So yeah, now I'm just going to prep the brew as I normally would. 2 sweeteners, coffee. Actually, I'm going to go with a decaf. So yeah, little Tailway decaf. I'm just at my local park lake today. Weeds quite high. It's very busy with families and whatnot. It says a Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon, Mother's Day. So yeah, it's quite nice to see all the families out on the park and in the area. And then I thought this, in amongst some of the trees overlooking the lake, is probably the quietest spot to go through. As you can see now, steam's coming off it, getting ready to boil. So yeah, not very long at all. So what you've seen out there already off the Fox social media is it boils really quick, and there we go, it's boiling. So turn it off now. There we have it, a brew, probably in about 30 seconds to a minute. Nice little stir. I'm not going to bother with milk, I prefer my coffee black. Oh. Yeah, there you have it. So performance wise, it absolutely checks out. Let's have a look at some other stuff. Now we can talk through some of the pros and cons. So the pro, as you've seen, boils very, very quickly and very little wind if you get the boiling pot that goes with it. So yeah, the flame literally just sits directly underneath, like so. However, one of the biggest con for me is you have to have a lighter. There's no ignition system, and for the price, you would think it would come with a built-in ignition. So I'm not a smoker. I only ever use a lighter for fishing. Sometimes if you've only got 1 or 2, then you might get caught out, but majority of people will naturally carry a lighter when they're fishing anyway. But I suppose for the price you would expect there to be an igniter, so that's probably the biggest con for me. But a good thing, the stove and the pan adapter all fit inside this with the lid. This secures the lid shut and it fits inside the Fox brew kit bag. So yeah, very, very compact and quick to use. You could use it not only for fishing, you could use it anywhere really. So that is probably the pros and cons for me. Now let's talk about the price. So online, recommended retail price is $89.99. However, You can find it online a little bit cheaper. I think I found it for £80.99 maybe, or maybe even £79.99, around the £80 mark. I didn't pay more than say £81 for it, so it is expensive, but efficiency wise, probably in the long run, you're going to save money on gas, so potentially it could pay for itself. It's a good trade-off to have anyway. And lastly, would I recommend it? Yeah, I would. I did 48 hours with it, obviously brewed up really fast, and I've heard things saying that you can't use other cookware with it. That's nonsense. You absolutely can. I used my Ridge Monkey, and I think I made, obviously, burgers. If you watch me, I eat a lot of burgers when I'm fishing. I made burgers, I made bacon. So yeah, and it works absolutely fine. So would I recommend it? 100%. And I suggest buying one. If you do an upgrade, then upgrade. I had a Ridge Monkey quad stove, and the gas adapter wasn't very great. It was leaking gas, so obviously I was blasting through gas, and I thought, you know what, it's time for an upgrade. This came out and it's almost perfect. A lot of people say it's like the Jetboil. I've got a Jetboil just because of my day job, and yeah, it is very similar to a Jetboil. However, that's probably more accommodating for a carp angler, whereas a Jetboil has its pros and cons. Again, it's compact, however it doesn't carry a lot of gas, you know, so for longevity you won't be able to use it. But the Fox one I would absolutely recommend it. Yeah, if you've enjoyed this, ensure you check out some of the more reviews on the channel, and I'll see you next time.